North Carolina, get in here, get in here, get in here, because are we proud of Charlotte? Yes, we are. Charlotteans were out here doing the motherfucking thing. Please understand something. Do know that it was not going to be no get down, lay down type situation. And that's exactly what they thought, because most people just think about North Carolina. You think about the South, you think, oh, it's some punk bitches. ain't none of them here. Baby, you had people's grandmas out there with the kahunas, okay? Don't think that y'all was gonna come in here with your little Amazon cosplaying uniforms and whatnot and thought that people were gonna be scared. When I tell you they was promptly getting back into them little minivans, and then like, bro, you came out in fucking Fallujah gear in a minivan, like, like, bro, what are you gangbanging in a Prius? Like, stop playing with us. This shit was crazy because you had 21,000 students who were absent from CMS's rosters today. You had teachers who showed up with no students, rightfully so, because, their students were afraid that their parents would be taken, trying to just drop them off in the carpool. Why CMS didn't go for remote learning during all of this? Wake County, y'all better do remote learning, because CMS basically put out their little statement. It was just like, how I read it is, hey, we don't expect you to come to school. Do what you got to do. We get it. Right on. Anyways, the fact that they really thought that charlatans were just going to lay down and just like let them come into the city, unscathed, is wild and crazy work, because like I said, from the grocery store to just random street corners, people were doing the damn thing. They were letting people know. They were, helping their neighbors. They're making sure these people don't have to go out if they don't want to or have to. Like I said, restaurants were absolutely locking the doors and just like, letting their patrons in and letting their patrons have a time, and then, letting them out, because they know if they let those people in. Because here leads to another situation. You had so many people seeing the things that were happening. It was like, oh, y'all are getting in the way of federal investigations. Baby, are the feds in the room? Because again, please understand, those are gig workers for the government. Those are bounty hunters, baby. They're not fed like that, because one, you can look at how they're out here with all this damn tactical ass gear, and you hopping out of a fucking minivan. How am I supposed to respect that? What are you, I mean, are you gang banging on graham crackers? Like, what are we doing? Because again, and then, y'all thought that y'all were going to corner people in. Please look at this. If you know, like we know, baby, that's a typical day in Charlotte right there. Like, you got to have defensive driving skills to be able to drive down here successfully without having somebody bebop your car right quick. Because, baby, and don't even be like, oh, it's the immigrants, baby. It's a whole bunch of little old white people to be out here tearing up people's cars too. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. But anyways, the fact that they were out here intimidating people, especially this one lady and her, I guess it was her child, I don't know who was in this car with her, but she blew her horn to kind of warn people. And of course, they went and found her and, tried to intimidate her. And then for no reason, broke the window on her car. Like, I cannot wait till all of these lawsuits come through. I mean, I know other states have had their time to, file their lawsuits and stuff, but you got these people out here with no emotional regulation whatsoever, trying to do what? Think they're gonna rule somebody? They're gonna own folks? Like, what the fuck are these, slaves? Y'all, the shit is absolutely wild. And then you have people like Pat Harrigan, who is absolutely seeking re-election. Y'all remember that shit next year, because he is reveling in this shit. And it's like, you're not even over Charlotte. So why are you even commenting over that? You should be worried about them people in Western North Carolina that, probably still need your help a little bit. Or Mark Harris, now he just got reelected, so it ain't nothing that y'all can do about, getting rid of his ass. But still, the fact that you have all of this going on, and the fact that you all thought that y'all were going to come into this city when, do y'all know that it's like specialty programming filmed in Charlotte? And I ain't talking about scripted. Because just like any city, Charlotte has its faults. It has, situations. But when the time comes, when I tell you I'm so proud of everybody, because folks were gathering, folks were making plans and folks were following through and making sure that they could save, as many people as possible. And the thing about it is, were, everybody able to be saved? No. But the fact that, the together cohesiveness. Now, 919, because I'm a former 919 girly, y'all up next. There are talks that they are on their way to Wake County. Baby, keep your kids home. Keep your kids home. Don't let your kids be out here and seeing none of this stuff and being traumatized. Therapy costs too damn much. And the fact that these people are, trying to exercise cruelty as being the motherfucking point. Keep your babies home. And, if you don't work from home, do what you can. Stay vigilant. Stay, with your head on a swivel. And do understand something. You have the right to invoke your right to shut the fuck up. You don't have to say anything. And especially if you are inside of somewhere, you do not have to open the door. You do not have, unless they have a fucking signed off judicial warrant with your fucking name on it from a judge, and you have every right to ask to see that. Fuck them. Baby, what? Stay on the other side of that door. Do what you got to do, y'all. That's what CMS, that's what I get from CMS. CMS was like, look, do what y'all got to do about this little work. We're not going to be taking no absences type situation. And y'all, never would we have ever thought anything would have gotten to this. And if you get in my motherfucking comments and talk about, the immigrants, baby, by your logic, yo whack ass would not be here, because had the Native Americans said, hey, when you get your paperwork together, then y'all can come back, your mediocre ass wouldn't be here. Because again, here y'all are trying to push quote unquote illegals off of land y'all fucking stole. And the thing is, don't come in here talking about, no, it was settled. It was stolen. Okay? And here y'all are trying to run some shit that don't belong to your ass. Make that shit make sense. But I'm so fucking proud of Charlotte and all the people who have gotten together and made sure, everything went as according to plan as possible. That's what we're talking about. Like I said, Riley, y'all up next, because America's not a real place. And y'all, at this point, I think the jokes are writing themselves by themselves in real time.
Like and subscribe to Mom's channel.